This is the time of year when Mother Nature is focusing on rebirth. And when it comes to birds, that means they're looking to build a new home.
Spring is almost the time of year when we start working more on our landscape, but you may want to think twice when you think about cutting your trees. Meteorologist Sean Stiles explains in his Earth 8 report.
On a sunny, warm day like today, tree trimming might seem like a good idea, but it is not. So put away the tools. That's because Mother Nature is looking for new homes for the critters, especially birds, and trimming a tree might disrupt that.
It's a violation of both federal and state law, and it's also a loss of wildlife.
Jim Pugh is with the San Diego Audubon Society, and he says this is not the best time of year to be trimming your trees when it comes to nesting birds.
And you hate to make a mistake. You really hate to see, a bunch of broken bird eggs in your driveway.
Spring is the time of year when plants and animals are starting anew, sprouting new life.
That's really an unfortunate coincidence, isn't it? At the time that trees are sprouting out a lot, it's also the same time that birds are building nests in trees and laying their eggs and things. And so that's a real conflict.
Pugh says it's nearly impossible for the untrained eye to spot a nest in a tree.
The birds are working really hard to camouflage the nests. They don't want predators to be able to find it, so which also makes it hard for us to see them too.
The best time of year to trim your trees for birds and your tree's health is in the late fall through early winter. This is the time of year when trees go into a dormant stage and can handle the trimming much better, and birds aren't looking to build a nest.
I've seen that you're supposed to trim but after September and before January to be absolutely safe.
But sometimes you can't plan ahead for whatever reason.
If it's a case of safety or a fire risk and you have to do the trimming, then you have to be super careful and specifically look everywhere a nest might be.
And even then, if it's a big tree, you might want to hire a pro to take a look to make sure there's no nest.
A lot of birds are so tricky in that they won't come into their nest from the same direction. They'll come in from a different direction every time so that a predator won't get a clue there's a nest there. And so they're fooling predators and they're fooling you too sometimes.
It looks like a bunch of leaves, but in reality, that is a bird's nest, and it's exactly what Jim Pugh's talking about. So take a close look at your trees, and if you're not sure, just hire a pro to take a closer look. We'll send it back to you in the studio.